Hey, it's Laura Boozer, the Fascia Pro, and I love when I get requests. So I had a request in class last week. Hey, could you do the back of the thigh, that cellulite thing? Yes, so unless you may have never heard me talk about this, but when we are shearing tissue, right, and I love this demo, if I put my hand on my other arm and I move with a light pressure, I'm gliding on top of my skin. But if I add a little more pressure, there's this magical superficial layer that has an endpoint, right? So in this layer, there's a lot of magic that happens in this layer. This layer has our adipose tissue, our lymphatic system, all of your nervous system is running through that layer. And fascial tissue under stress adapts to it. So what's happening on the back of my thighs when I am seated all the time, every day for 50 years? Compress, 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 back of my thigh, back of my thigh. That fascial tissue in this layer dehydrates. So that's how it responds to the stress of compression. It will dehydrate. So if this is my fascia and my adipose fat tissue is also in there, if my fascia was hydrated, you wouldn't see my little fat tissue. But when it's compressed, 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 and it gets dehydrated, look at there. There's my little fat cells superficially showing through my skin. And we call that cellulite, right? It is not a disease. It is not going to kill you. Actually, it's called a cellulite. It's just a normal thing that we have. And if you want to eliminate it, you do not jackhammer it out. I guess you could suck it out, but keep in mind you're also sucking out your nervous system when you do that. And you need this work a lot if you've had liposuction, a whole lot. We need to shear and hydrate to reconnect your body's lymphatic system pathway. But we are going to get a shear force going on the back of our thighs to rehydrate that. And not only will it help your back pain and help your hamstrings not be so tight and all the things, but it's going to reduce the appearance of cellulite. Absolutely 100%. So get yourself firmer and let's get to working on our cellulite. So if you'll lay back and pull that roller as close to your booty as you can. Now we're not up on it. So I want you to pull it up as close to yourself as you can. Grab the ends of it and give it a little curl like you're sitting on a swing. Extend your top leg out. We're gonna work one leg at a time so you can get this technique down. It's a very easy technique. No, I'd say it this way. It's very simple, but it's not easy because we tend to overwork. You're gently gonna take that leg and just drag that leg across the top of the roller. So I like to think of turning the bone, drag the leg across my midline. Turn the bone out, drag that leg back. And you'll notice when you get out here to the outside where the IT band, this tissue gets thick, that fascial layers through there gets a little thicker. You might even feel like you're playing a banjo, thunk thunk. I am today, probably from running this morning. But the goal is to pin the skin and drag your femur bone like it's a rolling pin on the inside layers. Now if you're like, I don't know what I'm doing, maybe you even shift your hips a little to the right since it's the right leg we're working. And see if you can't drag the leg across, drag the leg back across. So again, you're not making a noise, you're not moving on top of it. You're pinning the skin and you're moving the leg. So when I cross my leg in across my midline, my flesh, not the other F word, not fat, is on the outside. When I drag my leg out, the flesh is on the inside. I'm gonna turn the bone and drag my leg back across. You'll also notice I'm not straightening out my leg. I'm relaxing it on the roller. So we have this idea sometimes that we need to press down into it, not necessary. All right, we're gonna switch legs. So I'll turn just a little bit. I'm gonna extend my left leg out and keep it soft. And I'm gonna drag my leg back across. I am definitely not in a good view of this. How about we flip like this? There we go. Straighten that leg out, keep it soft, pull your swing up around yourself. Drag that leg out to the outside, turn the bone, drag it back to the inside. And again, you might keep that right knee bent and shift your hips to the left side. That'll help a little bit more. Drag that leg out, drag that leg back across, drag that leg back. So you're simply just twisting the skin around the bone. You're not making a noise, you're not gliding across the top of the roller. And it's the easiest if you do it with no clothes on. Now, if you really want to spice up your relationship, just do this with no clothes on at home. I don't know if you got that or not. All right, keep that nice, even glide. Relax the leg. You're not arching your back. You're not doing all these weird things. Keep the body relaxed while you're simply just letting gravity be heavy with that femur bone and gliding it back into the leg. Now I can take that roller, move it out, put both legs down, and we can just do a little, some of you right now, it's winter where I'm at and it's not snowing, but maybe it's snowing. Drag those legs together, turn the bones out, drag the legs out, turn the bones in, drag them together, drag them out. Again, you're flipping the flesh around the bones. So my legs are together, my flesh is on the outside. When I turn the legs out and drag them out, the flesh comes to the inside. So just shearing the tissue layers inside the skin together. Perfect where we're trying to keep nice even pressure. Right, same even pressure everywhere we turn and shear. So you might keep your legs wide and let them stay out. You feel that fibery band of tissue. For the record, you could take a jackhammer to your IT band and you're not going to make a difference in it. It's not what it's there for, to be softened, relaxed, and jackhammered. We like to shear, to hydrate it, to, I hate the word release fascia, but if we want to call it that, that's what you're doing. Right? You're hydrating it, making all the properties that protect, support, and stabilize you work more efficiently, right? And then we can move that roller down just above the crease of the knee. Now you'll notice here, you won't get as much movement because there's not as much skin, right? Now this one today feels so good on me when I turn my legs out and I feel those hamstring tendons. So remember, your calf muscles cross the knee and attach up onto the quads, and my hamstrings attach down. So those tendons where we stay knee flexed all the time, that are on the outside of our legs, they really could use some hydration. So turn the bones in, drag the legs out. Turn the bones in, drag the legs together. Turn the bones out, drag the legs out. Flesh flips to the inside. Turn the bones in, drag the legs together. So remember, we're not trying to do some exercise here. We're simply just trying to relax. If you need to do one leg at a time, and pinning the skin against the roller using our femur bone, the leg bone, as a rolling pin to shear layers and create hydration. Switch to the other leg, moving it back down right behind the crease of the knee. So the back of the thighs are similar to shins, where we really don't have this smooth, even glide. We mix it together. We glide and shear together. We'll call it a passive shearing. But anywhere that you feel a texture, a thickening, a slight awareness of discomfort, that would be a great place to shear. And then when you're done, let's bring them both back together. Just relax, compress, wait, take a belly breath. And then that allows that fascial sponge to absorb that fluid. And then we'll bend our knees, feet on the ground, turn to our side, and voila, you have just successfully worked to reduce the appearance of your cellulite popping through your dehydrated fascia, because now it's hydrated. Try that one every day, and maybe even leave in the comments some of the things that you're noticing as you shear the back of your thighs. It's going to be a lot more than just the appearance of cellulite dissipating. All right, so share, subscribe to the channel, like it, all the things for me so I can bring you more content. And make sure you hydrate. Sip water frequently throughout the day, and I'll see you on the next video.